Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
The princess was still fast asleep in the feather bed of the rundown old inn located in the middle of the long bridge of Volantis. Anders had never been a good sleeper, so had left her abed to get some air on the balcony. Alleris had preferred to stay here, unknown to anyone else. She would have been accepted in any of the great palaces behind the black walls as a royal guest, but she wanted to keep a low profile. Back in Westeros they wouldn't have been able to hide like this. On this side of the narrow sea, however, and especially in old Volantis, low-born people with the Valyrian features were everywhere, so they blended in almost perfectly. No one gave them a second look and would ever have guessed who she was. The weather here was like nothing Anders had ever experienced back in Westeros. It was hot and humid, the air so heavy you could almost suffocate. It was said a man could almost drown in his own sweat when walking amongst the tight, busy streets and alleys of old Volantis. Even at night there was no escaping the unbearable heat. He remembered the letter he had received given to him by a strange small child. "Come to Volantis at once. We know of you and the dragon. It would be in your best interest. I will await you at the old inn midway down the long bridge. Tell no one of this. Signed, AV." The letter was sealed with a smoking volcano. He didn't know what to do when he read the letter, but after much consideration he decided he had nothing to lose. He could scope out this inn and go in armed in case things took a turn for the worst. The old man had taught him well in the arts of swordplay, so he knew how to take care of himself. When he arrived, the innkeep sent him to a room on the top floor, where she awaited him, Princess House Vaekar, AV. She was the most beautiful woman Anders had ever set eyes on, long silver hair and dark violet eyes, yet she wasn't dressed as you would imagine a princess of her stature to be. There was no flowing exotic gown, but a mail and plate, a sword on her hip, and her stance and eyes said that she knew how to wield that sword. Anders was lost for words. He'd never been able to speak to women, especially not one as beautiful as this. "You must be Anders," she said. "I am Princess House Vaekar of New Valyria. It's come to my attention you have something that belongs to my family." I do?" asked Anders, confused by the question. "Yes, a sibling to mine and my own sibling's dragons, the offspring of my father's dragon Doom that forged the New Valyrian Empire. I'm sure even in your Sunset Kingdoms you've heard the stories of the world's greatest dragon and the magnificent man who tamed it," she boasted proudly. "I have, your grace. That's why I came across the narrow sea. Something inside me told me I must come here." Anders had always had strange dreams, dreams of dragons and fire. The dreams had only got stronger when he crossed the sea, and that was when he found the young dragon. He didn't know what it was, but something inside him told him to climb the top of the beast, and so he did, and the beast allowed it. "Well, I wouldn't want to get in the way of destiny," Alleris smiled. "You will accompany me back to Sarmel. My brother will be most interested to meet you, but first there are many matters of business I must attend here in Volantis. You will accompany me." It was an order, not a question. The princess spoke with such confidence and certainty, it was impossible to refuse her, even if Anders had wanted to. After spending many weeks at her side, Anders had started to grow besotted by the woman, and could sense that the princess might feel the same way. She'd lit a fire in him that burnt hotter than the doom of old Valyria. She had opened up to him about many of her problems, wishes and dreams, always teasing and playful with him. Anders always blushed and stuttered to reply, as shy as ever. He'd never lay with a woman before. He had chances, but out of shyness and honour always refused. He'd grown up a low-born rat on the streets of Flea Bottom, a terrible life, and he didn't want to add more children to such an existence. Then, one night after the pair had drunk far too much wine, after the princess had received word of her brother's illness, the princess had moved in to kiss him, and then invited him back to her room. Everything inside of Anders had told him to refuse. It wasn't honourable, she was a princess, a married woman, yet somehow he couldn't refuse her. "Anders," the princess called from her bed. "Where are you? I've received some terrible news," she said, her voice almost broken. We must return to Sarmel at once. It's Astarion, he's..." The princess broke down, shuddering, and began to cry. Hello everyone, GrandMaesterStitch here, and welcome back to the Citadel for House Vaekar, where we'll be doing our first episode, playing as Emperor Aurion, the drunkard of New Valyria, the twin brother of Emperor Astarion, who died of grayscale in the last episode, and whose son was also assassinated in that same episode, so his line being extinguished and passing on to his twin, who has 3 bastards. So his heir is our nephew Rhaegal, who I'm pretty happy about because he's got some pretty impressive stats, so I think I might leave it as him. I hope you enjoyed the introduction, who was from the point of view of a new character who I'm going to show you now, Anders Waters, the bastard of a Targaryen. He is a brilliant fighter and a knight from Westeros, but he's also a dragon rider and has dragon dreams. He's attractive, honourable, brave, humble, honest and content. And as we know, he has a bit of a love relationship going on with the Emperor's sister, Alaris, who we seen at the viewpoint of in the last episode. Right, so we've got a lot to sort out at the beginning of this episode, as obviously we're starting as a new character, so we've got a whole council to sort out, as well as ambitions, titles. We've got lots of titles, obviously, as he's inherited all of his brothers as well as his own. So let's have a look. What have we got for an ambition? See the realm prosper. Never going to happen with Orion. He's going to want to finish off these 3 cities now that he is in full control. We know that he's hungry for war and battle, so he's going to want to take them lands that he sees as rightfully House Vaekar. So we'll go for have 5 children. He has 3 anyway, even though they're all bastards, but I don't know what their traits are like. Ilio Vaekar, yes, not too bad, I suppose, and he's got 2 younger daughters. So we've got our ambition sorted. His focus is already war. We've got a ward, Aragar, whoever you are. Your parents is okay, so I don't know who you are, but you've got pretty decent stat. Oh, not that great for a 14-year-old actually, but fair enough. Right, we need to sort out our council position. So we need a hand of the king. Obviously we was hand of the king to our brother, so now we need a new hand of the king who has a really good opinion of his. We've got Blarion, Lagon, we've got Maegor. Maegor could be good. Maegor Haenerys. I don't know if he's very good at that sort of thing. Who's really good at diplomacy? Revan Gardner. Now he could be a good hand of the king. We are very good friends with him. We'll go with Raven Gardner as our hand of the king. Improve holding. We'll get him to improve holdings down in Sarmel, as I have updated that. Imperial just for Lord Whitehorn of Nysar. Yeah, I think we will lead that as Whitehorn, to be honest. Could go with our sister, but no, we'll keep that as him. He's the best one by far anyway, so we'll leave that as it is. Chief General, who are you? Oh, you're the one who bribed our brother to become Chief General, so at least now we can get rid of you. And we could go with Edric Rivers, the bastard of House Hall, or we could go with Maegor. Maegor would be quite good for that, so I might go with... And again, you are very impressive, 31, but you are Ironborn. We'll go with Maegor instead, and we'll get him to train the troops in Sarmel. We need a new Lord Treasurer. Yeah, we'll go with our sister. She's the best one by far. And if we could get you to just collect taxes in Sarmel. Master of Whisperers, well, it's obviously going to be Malera, wherever she... Where is Malaris? Where's she gone? She's disappeared as... Right, we're going to have to find her. I don't know where she's gone because she's moved court, hasn't she? I bet because Orion has died. So we'll go with Teron Rhayander for now. Court Physician. Lagon, whoever you are. Some Valyrian. Yeah, you look pretty suited to that. Stormsinger Lord Arlix of Volena. Can we have anyone else instead? Stormsinger, our lover. Yes, we'll move our lover to the capital instead to be our Stormsinger. Perform charity in Sarmel, please. Actually, we should have probably gone with... Never mind. So that's our council sorted. Our minor titles, designated region. Well, we don't want you, do we? We'll go with... We'll go with Whiteharm. Yeah. Okay, we've got 2 designated regents for some reason. Okay. Bodyguard, Lord Arlax. No, we don't want you anymore. You're getting on a little bit now. We'll go with Anders Waters, the new chap. We've got Sir Tyrell Flowers, so Raven Gardner, Maegor Haenerys, Anders Water. And Captain of the Household Guard, Teron Rhayander. Yep, pretty happy with that. Our cousin as our head of the King's Guard, really, isn't it? Court Musician. Don't think this really matters, does it? We'll go with you, why not? Court Poet, we'll leave as it is. Court Tutor. Go with our highest learning. Where is Peng gone? Where's Peng? We'll go with you for now. Right, commanders. I'm sure we're going to have better commanders than the ones that we have currently got here. Yeah, we'll shove you in there. You, a 10. You're definitely coming out for Lord Mance the Mad. Lord Mance the Mad of Sephorios. That guy scares me, if I'm perfectly honest. We'll go with Anders Waters instead of the other guy, because I'd rather have someone a little bit more loyal close by. Right, Council, I bet we're going to have Advisor position. High Admiral. Yeah, we'll go with Edric Rivers for that. So I'm glad that I did go with someone else for Master of Arms. Yeah, so our High Admiral will be the Ironborn. Now we need some advisors. We'll have our nephew, because he's going to... Well, if it'll let us have him. Won't let us have him for some reason. But he's going to be our heir, obviously. So we'll go with Valerion, Whitehorn's brother. I trust the Blackhorn's sons. And we're going to need another one. For some reason, it won't let us have our heir. I don't know why. If I unpause it and pause it again, will it then allow me to have him? I don't know what's going on there. We'll have a look into that in a moment. I'm probably doing something wrong. So our heir is Prince Rhaegar, and then Daemon Vaekar after that. For all these kingdoms, we've got a lot of kingdoms that we do need to give away. Looking to drag. Oh, so we've got Dragon Dreams then. Orion, that's cool. I didn't know that he'd inherited that from Aenys, so that's pretty awesome. Yes, I know. I want to fill that, but you're not letting me, are you? We're over the vassal limit. Yeah, I know that. We can colonise some new areas, so we'll look into... Should we do that, actually? Let's... Where is Borash? Let's colonise Borash, wherever that was. One title can be created. High Lordship of Borash. Yes, we'll do that. I don't even know where... Oh, this. Did it collapse again, then? This area just keeps collapsing for whatever reason. Colonise Goin Dro. Where's that? No, we'll leave that because we don't actually own anywhere in that land. Yes, our Demence is too big. I know this, so we need to give away some titles. We could give away New Gis. We'll give that to our bastard son, I think, Ilio Vaekar, because our nephew is going to inherit, as he is pureborn, and he's got much better traits than Ilio, so it'd be a shame to waste Rhaegal, so I want him as our heir. I think he would be the best choice. So we'll grant you the Lordship of New Gis. There we go. So you are Lord Ilio of New Gis. And you actually do worship the Harpy as your god, which is warrior. And do your sisters as well? No, they're Valyrian. Okay. That's strange, but whatever. We've got some other titles that we need to give away. We've got Illyria we need to give away to someone. Illyria. Could give that. That's the heir's seat, really, isn't it? So we'll give that to Prince Rhaegar, because it's waiting to accept a non-aggression pact. We'll give that to Prince Rhaegar, I think, though. We have got a lot of vassals and stuff to sort out. Right. 13 days. Come on. Flowerport has recently been destroyed by a coastal storm, and the people of the town who pay a fee for customs levied at the port request that the Emperor and Sarmel discharge their petitioners from their fees, for they are unable to receive vessels into the port. Yes, I forgive these fees. Yep. Keep them productive. The funeral. The friends and family of the departed, as well as the noble lords of the realm, arrive at the keep. The body of Emperor Storion, cleaned and prepared for viewing, dressed in the finest funeral garbs and accessories, sits in the casket placed at the feet of the ruling seat. The gathered crowd buzzes with hushed whispers, cut with mournful cries from those closest to the dead. Soon a priest enters the court and approaches the body. Turning to the assembled, the priest reads sacred rites over the dead and begins a eulogy. Noting the deeds of the deceased, their speech finishes, the party join the funeral feast with close friends, share tales of valour, glory and honour, to keep the memory of the dead and combat grief's grasp as the body is interned, and so it is done. Right. 7 more days, for goodness sake. No, we don't need a new position now. Dear Uncle, I accept. Perfect. Your Bannerman King, Raznar Ormolan, is currently under threat. He can yeah, it's my duty. Well, then we're not going to. I'll just leave him to it. Right. Grant landed title. High Lordship of Illyria. Lord Rhaegal of Illyria, but not King. We keep the Kingdom title. Right, we still have one more title that we need to give away. We could give his brother Daemon Vaekar some land. Let's grant him... Lordship of Gis. Could give him Borash, or whatever that is. Yeah, we'll give him Borash. It's over here in the Valyrian Peninsula, isn't it? So, right. Need to sort out vassals. What vassals do we have that need giving away? I need to really sort out these borders and vassals. Right. Okay. Lord of Borash will transfer that to you. Transfer vassalage of... Who have we got? Yep, send Daemon's part of your vassalage. We've still got a load more that we need to give away there. We'll give some to our bastard. Transfer... Oh no, transfer vassalage of... Yeah. Transfer vassalage of all these Gis things there. They all belong to you now. Transfer vassalage. Yeah. Transfer vassalage. Yes. Send. Still 4 or still 5 over though, which is annoying. Can we not give you the kingdom of the empire? No, we're not giving you the empire of Giscard, but if we give you the kingdom of New Gis. Do I want to do that actually? Maybe not. I don't think we will. We will give you the Lordship of Gis, though. Then again, we could raise somebody else to the Lordship of Gis. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. We could give some of the Gardeners Lordships there. Then again, do they really want to live over there? It's not the most exciting place to live in, is it? If I'm perfectly honest. Talon Snow. Let's give it to him. Grant landing title. Lordship of Gis. Send. There we go. And then we need to send the vassalage to him. Transfer vassalage. Oh, we can't. Aha, we might be able to send it to you though. Ah, because they're kings, so yeah, we do need to make you a king then, don't we? Unfortunately. Right, so Kingdom of New Gis, include lower titles. Yes, send. Now we'll be able to send... There we go, all them vassals have now gone with you. That's better. Is there any more that need to be sent to you? So, yes, doesn't look like it. It looks like we're sorted out now for vassals. I still don't know what's going on with Marine. A character does our Master of Whisperers is idle. Right, so we'll send you to... Build a spy network in Pentos. So I think we're going to go for Pentos first. We nearly took Norvos in the last episode, and obviously it all went horribly wrong right at the last moment. Right, advisor. There we go. Now we can have you on the council. Where's our High Admiral gone? Well, we'll go with Aeron Pike, and Priest will go with you. Right, there we go. Okay. So that our council is all sorted out. So now we will go straight for Pentos because Orion is obviously going to be absolutely fuming. Recently, I noticed a pitiful state of my daughter, Hanera. I have just informed that the cause of her aches and fatigue is the case of a flu. Call for a physician at once. Got to save our daughter. We don't want too many Vaekars dying. Ah, so we're at war with Marine. Ah, I see. Okay. Yep, compensate for a job well done. Right, so we need to bring down Marine. Can we call up men from here? Yes, 4,000 men. Can we call up men from Astapor as well? 1,000 men. So we'll send the men there. Let's go end this minor war in Marine. Emperor Storian the Drunkard has inherited high lordship of Worm River from Anix Sarnumzi, whoever he is. Okay. So we need to give that away to somebody. Where is the high lordship of Worm River? Is that one down here? Down here somewhere, isn't it? But we'll give it away to someone. Who have we got in our court that we could give it to? Here, a gardener. We'll give it to him. We can't give it to him. Oh, we'll sort it out in a moment. Let's just get this war finished so that we can go and take Pentos. Your Imperial Majesty, for some time now I have been in the employ of Lord Freeholder Mahalaso, but now I seek a better station. I humbly request to join you in Sarmel. Let's have a look at you. Are you any good? Not really. You're a dwarf. We don't have a dwarf. Go on then. We'll have you. An envoy of the bank has arrived in Sarmel. He is seeking repayments for the debts of my courtier. Okay. I have the coin. Oh, it's only 15 gold. Yeah, we'll pay the debts. Keep the banks off our back. We don't want the faceless men coming after us, do we? That could be very bad. Send all the armies to Marine, get it under siege quickly. My Chief General, Maegor Haneris, has told me about a remarkable weaponsmith residing in Selhoris. He suggests that I invite the man to my court to see his work for myself. If he manages to impress me, I could order my own custom-made item. Awesome, yeah, fine idea. Once the weaponsmith's craftsmanship has been checked by my most knowledgeable attendants to ensure the quality was sufficient, I received him in the throne room. He introduced himself as Master Damon and gestured towards his numerous assistants who all carried examples of his work. Does my Emperor have anything special in mind? You can never go wrong with a good sword, a lance, a Dornish spear. I have always been one for axes. Let's have a look what all these things do. We've already got a Valyrian steel sword, so we don't need a sword. A lance, a spear, or an axe. Let's go for an axe. It'd be cool to have an axe. An axe, I see an excellent choice, my Emperor, says Master Damon, and calls forward the assistant, cradling 3 axes in his arms. I have 3 examples of different quality levels here. One must determine what one needs and how much one is willing to pay. However, they would all serve your highness well. I will not go into battle with anything but the very best. Awesome. Gonna get ourselves a nice axe. Right, yeah, let's take down this war very quickly here. Orion Targaryen has had watchers on the wall added to their treasurer. Okay, so we've got Emperor Orion of Valyria and King Orion of the Iron Throne, and they're both similar in age. There's only a year between them, so this could be interesting if anything kicks off between these two. Yin has remained a desolation for many thousands of years, yet the jungle that surrounds it on every side has scarce touched it. Every attempt to rebuild or resettle Yin has ended in horror, and Lord Freeholder Varn was hoping to avoid such a fate with his colony. It is reported, however, everyone in the colony has died from some unspeakable cause. They should never have gone to that evil city. Okay, so he's a wildling. What's going on with our kingdom in Sephorios, actually? With our madman, Manster Mad. Okay, so he's settled other wildlings all over Sephorios. So now Sephorios worship the old gods, which is quite funny. Land is consumed by dragonfire and Anders is responsible for it. Andon Waters. Okay. Your Imperial Majesty, your bodyguard Anders tried to hatch a dragon from his egg but failed. He also lost his egg in the process. Fool, he's already got a dragon. Does he really need to do that? Right, I've got 11,000 men here in Marine. Aragar asks, why did you let off that peasant accused of poaching? Because he needed a deer more than me. Can we not just use our dragon in the siege? Surely our dragon is now... Yes, deploy dragon in the siege. Dracarys. Get this siege underway. So that we can start taking the free city. Fate smiles upon me. My wife, Astoria, is pregnant. She's the Quarfine one. Yeah, so he's going to finally have a true-born son by the looks of it, rather than his past. So Rhaegar will no longer be our heir, which I can't see him being too happy about. Aloris Vaekar's died. Astorion's wife. Died of depression. Damn, so another member of House Vaekar is dead. She deserves to have a funeral. The Vaekar family. Eloria Vaekar has died, causing her dragon Samboran to fly into a raid. Wow, so we've got like 3 wild dragons now. All wild in Sarmel. That is not good at all. Everyone in House Vaekar is dying of late. The best part about preparing for peace is deciding what food stuff to serve. We'll spend lavishly. Victory in Marine. I was struck with a nervous excitement when Maester Damon announced that the axe was nearing its completion. Today I have received a master in my throne room, a sturdy box in his arms, and as he opens the lid I find almost impossible to breathe. What will you name her, my Emperor? My every foe shall fear the Ravager. She looks like a marauder known as Cleaver. We'll go with Cleaver. I do like the name. That sounds like a cool name. Has had Cleaver added to their treasurette. Awesome. Empress Renella is already very fond of me. Perhaps I should focus my time and resources to sway somebody else. Okay, so we were trying to sway our wife. Interesting. There's the Milanese army. Let's just go crush it with our dragons. Ah, yeah, we're going to need a new Master of Coin now, aren't we? Now that our sister has passed away. And so it is done. The funeral for our sister. Okay, Whitehorn wants to get to know me better. Awesome, yeah, I'd like to become closer friends with him. My bodyguard Ander has decided to get married and asked for my permission to find him a... marry as you please. You've already got a lover in our sister. Okay, so it looks like there's a massive war going on back in Westeros between Baratheon and Targaryen. Let's crush this Milanese army quickly. For some reason we don't own Marine anymore then, which I don't understand why. We'll have to make sure we take that back. This is an unnecessary war that we could do without, to be honest. A daughter was born to Emperor Orion the Drunkard and Empress Astoria of New Valyria named Renea. Yeah, I'll keep that name. I like that name. That's pretty cool. Very... Hey up. Today I was approached by my nephew Damon. Apparently he is concerned about my health and thinks that I'm becoming too frail. Maybe I should eat a bit more. Well, we don't want anyone else dying, do we? We don't want to lose another... What's with this pathetic soldier that we've got out on the wing? Your Imperial Majesty, many of your faithful subjects, myself included, feel that Lord Macehand of Gorosh has amassed more power and titles than is warranted. I will issue a command me to abdicate title. I'll have no part in this scheme. Leave him to it. He's only in Sephorios. It's not like he can amass a huge armies, and they're only wildlings and brindle men. I have long had a strong sense of right and wrong, always doing the moral thing, even if it caused me loss. We've gained honourable. Awesome. Good trait to gain. Do like Orion, so. Damon was right. I feel a lot stronger and healthier since I took on my new diet. I almost am ashamed of the pathetic, shaking little creep I was just not too long ago. Gains the trait Fat. Perfect. At least we've crushed this Milanese army. Now let's unsiege these lands and then march our way back to Marine. There we go, ended in white peace, so at least now we've ended that war. Let's take the men back here. Should subside soon and Lazar will be free, but I need to find out why Marine's free all of a sudden. Now Marine isn't free, so I don't really know what the hell happened out here. Who knows? Right. Colonize Yeen. We'll leave that to him. If he wants to colonise Yeen, then he can, but it seems like it's uncolonisable. Right, let's declare war on Pentos. Dragon's Conquest of Pentos. You've been free for too long now, Pentos, and we are coming for you. New Valyria is at a state of war. We should send ravens to the lords, rallying them to the crown's defence. Let's call up our own military power, which is a fair amount of men. If we can meet up over here, I don't want to go anywhere near the Sorrows and end up catching Grayscale again if I can help it. Okay, we've got 5,000 men over here in Valyria. So if we call up the ships and get those to dock on the ships, please, and we'll bring those 5,000 men straight round to the Pentos docks and we'll land them there. Okay, we've also got men here. Disband those. I need to make sure that I transfer this vassalage over to New Gis as well at some point. I was meant to do that in the last episode before we died. Your Imperial Majesty, I honour my alliance to take up arms to defend the realm against New Valyria's enemies. Who are you? Lord Paramount Haenerys of Mantaris. Okay, so your father has died, so we've got someone new in Mantaris, which is quite a powerful vassal now. King Ilio, our son, is coming to help us. So is Tyrosh, so is Lys. Yep, you can have the High Lordship of Worm River. Emperor Orion II has decided to accept a request from your son Kilio asking for legitimization. I hereby decree that King Ilio shall henceforth be known as a legitimate member of House Vaekar. Okay, why not? You have a new heir. Okay, so our son is now officially of House Vaekar, but I'm not happy about the fact that he is worshipping the Harper as his god. Not too happy about that at all. Bit worried about that. But we're amassing our men. King Orient. There's a lot going on back in Westeros, isn't there? What? Is there some massive war? Wow. Something's kicking off in the Reach and Riverlands big time. Who are you? Okay, so Carl is raiding our lands. Right, well, the Orion's dragon is now big enough, so what did he promise in his point of view a few episodes ago? That he would burn the Dothraki to the ground, and that is what we'll do now once we take Pentos. We will burn all the Dothraki to the ground. The Dothraki Horse Lord Carl Norgar has launched a raid on our land, but if it's for plunder they seek, perhaps we can try and placate them with a tribute. Offer them gifts? No, I will drive these savages from the realm. There's no way he would surrender to a Horse Lord. Of marriage between... Right, get all our troops together and march onto Pentos. Can't see them having too many men. All the Tyroshi are there already. We'll dock this army with the Tyrosh. Actually, no, we won't. I'm going to get in trouble in this battle here now. We're not actually in that battle though, so at least we won't have to call our dragon. Right, we've got 32,000 men here down in the disputed lands, so we will march them straight for the capital of Pentos along with this other 1,000 men, and then we'll take Pentos. We'll burn it to the ground if we have to. They have declared war on us many times. Orion takes no prisoners. He will just burn it to the ground. If that's what he needs to do to take somewhere, then he will do it. Empress Rihanna of New Valyria. Dragon Seawing has built a lair in Sarmel. Something must be done. Okay. Let's make our way over to Pentos. Pentos haven't got too many men, and Norvos, Cohor and whatever have not come to their aid either. The dancing plague. Something very strange is happening in the country of Gogotos. It all started with one peasant dancing in the streets, but soon there were dozens of them, and now there are hundreds, men, women and children alike. Musicians are playing joyous tunes all day and all night, and the peasants barely have time to eat or sleep. The dancing has gone on for days, and people have started to collapse from exhaustion. It seems as if the dancing is spreading at an alarming rate, with groups of dancing people setting off in the direction of other towns. Okay, this is truly an unprecedented situation. Interesting. My young ward has finished his education in military strategy and command. It seems he has learned all the basic skills required. Very good. Can we march our army up north, please? Where did our other army retreat to? Your Imperial Majesty, the colony at Death Swamps is under siege by forces. A relief force must be sent. Where was Death Swamps? It can be lonely during a long war campaign, so who can blame a man for having someone to warm his bed at night? Although it turns out one of my liaisons has resulted in a child. I name her Lyra. What of it? She should be honoured. I shall adopt the child into my household. It's just one more bastard for us. Emperor Orion Drunkard has fulfilled the ambition to have 5 children. Right, where are the Death Swamps? Aha, these are the Death Swamps. 138 men. Really? That all you've got? Oh, can we not send a relief? Right, we'll send these 1,000 men as a relief force to hopefully come and help out while the rest of them march on to Pentos. These 6,000 men, oh, they're still retreating. Just defeated a huge Pentoshi army. Lord Whitehan has been very insistent about spending some time with me recently. He hopes that we'll be on better terms if only we take a few days to know each other better. Sounds like a marvellous idea. Lord Whitehan has prepared a grandiose welcome parade for my arrival. The Lord of Nysar greets me in person as soon as I cross the gate of his palace, asking me if I had a good travel. How nice to meet you, Lord Whitehan. You were in the thick of it during the Battle of Amonos, and your tally of slain enemy soldiers impressed even the most grizzled sergeants in your army. As you clean the blood splatter off your sword and armour, the men cheer you for your bravery you displayed in securing this victory. Songs will be sung of this day. Grave news, the colony of Northfield is struggling to feed its people. We'll send supplies to them at once. Whitehorn hosted me for nearly a week, but we barely spent any time at court. Most of our days we roamed for the countryside, hunting in the Lord's forest. I undoubtedly felt welcomed by my host's attitude. Awesome. Visiting Whitehorn has really opened my eyes. I've become really fond of him, enough to call him a friend. And I am his friend. Awesome. So we're now good friends with Whitehorn Hall, which is what we wanted. That's great. Let the prisoner rot for now. We'll sort prisoners out after. Right, why have we got no one on the other flank? We'll go with our... oh no, we should be leading this in the centre. Okay, Kingdom of the Reach has been taken from the Florence. I wonder who it's going to pass to now. We need a new ambition. We haven't really got anything. Win the war. Yep, nice easy one. Because we will win the war pretty soon. Your Imperial Majesty, the colony of Zaboria is under siege. Okay, we'll help that. Don't worry. We'll soon be over there to bring an end to that. Once we siege Pentos, let's deploy Dragon in the siege and burn Pentos to the ground. Dracaris. Lordship of Sharp Point has been taken from Bart Eamon. Wow, there's a lot of rebellions going on over in Westeros, isn't there? Would have been a good time to strike, really. And there's a Dothraki horde attacking there that we need to take care of afterwards. Yes, Your Imperial Majesty, we'll search the dungeon at once. Right, okay, who have we got in there? Release all prisoners, why not? Have his family put into house arrest. 100% on Pentos, perfect. Offer peace, enforce demands, yes. Pentos is now part of New Valyria, perfect. I'm going to bring these... we'll disband that army, actually. And we'll disband those ships. Oh, we need to dock them first in Pentos, and then we'll disband them. Now we need to bring down these Dothraki hordes that are threatening our land. We'll take out that one, and then the next one. We've got enough men to do so with what we've got there. Can we now disband these ships? Yes, we need to pick another new ambition. Win the war. Yeah, another easy one. Just ward off these Dothraki. Which shouldn't be a problem at all. Should be a very easy victory. They've only got 126 men, for God's sake. Your Imperial Majesty, I believe, been in your cut. Yeah, I accept your offer. I accept your offer. Take the money. Take the money and run. Prince Aerys of the Iron Throne has created the title High Lordship of High Garden. Okay, so we've... oh, Lord Paramount Aerys of the Reach. Okay. So a Targaryen now rules the Reach. That's interesting. Stormcloud has had another dragon egg, our sister's dragon. Interesting. My lover, Celissa, has just informed me that she is pregnant with my child. What wonderful news. Celia claims she has started to show signs of pregnancy after your last night of lovemaking, but she says she will drink some moon tea. You would kill my unborn child. You try and persuade her not to take the moon tea. Well, more kids the better. Request is granted. Salsa agreed not to take the moon tea and will have your child. She will begrudgingly bear you, a bastard. Great news. Right, we need to sort out this Dothraki horde. As I rose from bed, I found a small bundle of documents that had been slipped beneath my bedroom door. The documents contained evidence Lord Mance plans to dispose of me and seize the throne. Lord Mance, how dare you after all I've done for you? I think, though, guys, we'll end this episode for here, as a lot has happened. We've took Pentos, we've sorted out our lands and titles. New Valyria will cover most of this land once the wars settle down. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you did enjoy it, and I'll see you very soon for my next video, which will be the Warg King tomorrow. Thank you so much, and I'll see you very soon.